Love at times feels like a gentle yet powerful wave. We love, yet sometimes we wonder if that love is sincere enough, grand enough. We fumble, searching for ways to make our loved ones truly happy, genuinely fulfilled. There are moments when we might even be willing to dedicate our entire lives to them. But no matter how immense the love may seem, there are times when neither we nor they can find complete joy. One thing becomes apparent: love isn't always just about filling someone else's heart. Sometimes it's a way to fill the emptiness within ourselves. We yearn for affection, connection, and companionship, and so we often place lofty expectations on love. Those expectations, however, can easily turn into disappointments. We ask ourselves, does genuine love really exist? The more we love, the more we find ourselves suffering, confused. So, how do we love without pain? Love, by nature, is an inherent part of being human. We cannot live without affection or love. But how do we ensure love doesn't become a burden, but instead a lasting source of happiness for both ourselves and the other person? A truly enduring love doesn't solely rely on acts of care. It also requires deeper values like peace and selflessness. Sometimes we can't keep exhausting ourselves trying to meet every demand of the one we love, because those demands are often endless. Instead, what we can do is help them find peace within their own soul. Peace isn't just a need, it's a profound value that makes love stronger and more meaningful. When the person we love can anchor themselves in the present moment, no longer swept away by endless desires, they will see that so many precious things are already right in front of them. Love isn't about doing everything immediately to make someone else happy. It's about walking together to cultivate a life that's meaningful and filled with peace. And above all, to love in the right way, we need to keep our hearts steady, becoming a place where our loved ones can find serenity in life's simplest moments. Happiness doesn't lie in complexities, but in knowing when to pause to appreciate the simplest things. A gentle day, the sound of birds singing, a fragrant cup of tea, or the laughter of children. All these little things are precious gifts from life. If we can be still, observe, and feel, these gifts will become nourishment for our soul. Sometimes we aren't unhappy because we lack something, but because our souls are trapped into worries or unhealed wounds. Whether materially or spiritually abundant, if our soul is not at peace, happiness will still feel out of reach. In today's world, we often have everything we need to live happily, yet we struggle to truly feel that happiness. We endlessly chase grand plans, worry about the future, and fear the unknown. But these very anxieties cause us to miss the precious moments in the present. It seems we're caught in an unrelenting desire for life to be perfect, yet such unreasonable expectations only leave us and our loved ones exhausted, unable to find genuine joy. Happiness is not something external, but a state within the soul. To find it, we need to understand ourselves deeply, to confront and heal the pains and wounds we carry. When we can help our loved ones live mindfully, no longer seeking happiness from external sources, they will begin to realize that inner peace is the key to experiencing true happiness. Happiness doesn't come from fulfilling every desire, nor from resisting life's imperfections. When we let go of ambition and free ourselves from the grip of anger or fear, we begin to feel a sense of calm, lightness, and completeness. In those moments, we discover that true happiness arises from the simplest things: a fragrant cup of tea, an afternoon watching the river flow, or the laughter of children. These small, seemingly insignificant things are life's most precious gifts if we learn to pause and appreciate them. When we pause, releasing unnecessary desires, the mind is no longer disturbed by worries or old wounds. From this place of stillness, we can fully enjoy the present. This happiness is not just for ourselves, but also a valuable gift to share with those we love. When our loved ones also feel this profound joy, together we can build a life that is steady and enduring. Happiness doesn't mean we must eliminate all desires or resist life entirely. It's about cultivating meaningful and reasonable aspirations, those that serve ourselves and those we care for. To achieve this, we must calm the mind, live in the present, and develop wisdom. If we ever feel lost, we can seek guidance from those with experience and insight who can illuminate our path. You can give your loved ones countless material gifts, but often these gifts fail to bring them genuine happiness. What they truly need isn't the ordinary, but something far deeper: a gift of the soul, peace. When you become someone who radiates peace, calmness, and ease, your presence becomes a source of comfort, protection, and joy for your loved ones. Don't let them think that gifts are merely material things. Let them realize that you, with the peace within your soul, are the most precious gift you can offer. But to do this, you must truly become a living embodiment of peace, radiating positive energy so that whenever they are with you, they feel light, at ease, and deeply appreciate the goodness you bring. More importantly, you must not only be a source of peace for them, but also help them cultivate their own inner peace. While you may be present with them in certain moments, you cannot always be by their side. When your loved ones learn to create serenity within themselves, they will no longer depend entirely on you. Instead, they will know how to regain balance and happiness, even during challenging times. However, this is no easy task. To guide them, you need experience and personal practice. Only when you've truly experienced and succeeded in nurturing your own peace can you convey this to them convincingly. This is the greatest gift you can offer, not just your peace, but also the tools to help them find peace within themselves. This journey may be filled with challenges. Your loved ones might doubt, resist, or be unready to embrace it. They may even misunderstand, thinking that you care for or love them less than before. But if you genuinely wish to help, remain patient, persistent, and never give up. Prove through your actions that your love hasn't changed and that you are simply helping them discover strength within themselves. A mature relationship isn't merely about mutual dependence, it's about encouraging each person to rely on themselves. Whether near or far, love continues to exist when both see each other as companions on life's journey. When one stumbles, the other becomes a support, but the responsibility for each life ultimately lies with the individual. This is how we help each other grow stronger and more resilient. Only when each person is steady within themselves can the relationship continue to flourish and thrive. In any relationship, it's inevitable that your loved ones will face difficulties, pain, or display behaviors that aren't as endearing as before. They might act in ways that hurt or disappoint you. However, it's essential to remain clear-minded and recognize that these actions are temporary and don't define their entire worth. Instead of equating them with their negative behavior, remember the qualities you once cherished and let that guide you to maintain your love and patience. When your loved ones are struggling, their unpleasant behavior is often a surface expression of deeper hidden wounds. At times, when they attack you, whether through words or actions, they're often drowning in their own pain. Rather than reacting with anger or hurt, take a step back and care for your own emotions first. Once you've regained your calm and understanding, you'll be able to see them through a lens of compassion and empathy, rather than feeling the need to retaliate or criticize. Building a strong and enduring relationship requires patience and forgiveness. There may be moments when you feel misunderstood or hurt, but that shouldn't diminish the value of your love. Always remember that in any circumstance, genuine love is about helping each other grow stronger and standing firm in the face of life's challenges through inner strength. When you can maintain unconditional love, the relationship will deepen and become more meaningful. True love isn't about being present only during the easy times. It's about the ability to stay by someone's side through their struggles. Someone who truly loves doesn't walk away when their loved ones face pain, hardship, or challenging behaviors. Love isn't just about showing affection during comfortable moments. It's about patience, understanding, and acceptance, even when the other person is no longer at their best. True love is most profoundly tested during these difficult times when neither of you can easily hide your emotions or vulnerabilities. To love deeply, you need to understand the essence of the person you cherish. This means distinguishing between their current actions and their true value. Your loved one may be battling deep wounds, troubles, or weaknesses that cause them to act unpleasantly or even hurt you. But these behaviors are merely surface-level expressions and don't fully reflect who they are. If you look deeper, you'll rediscover the admirable qualities that you once loved and cherished in them. With patience, you'll realize that their emotions are simply reactions to their pain, not a reflection of their true nature. However, Love requires not only understanding, but also a steady heart. If you are easily hurt by your loved one's words or actions, not only will you suffer, but the relationship will also become strained and exhausting. Steadiness doesn't mean becoming indifferent to their emotions. It's the ability to care for yourself so that you're not swept away by their emotional turbulence. When your heart is calm and resilient, you can continue to love without causing further pain to either of you. The relationship, then, will be built on a foundation of self-control and inner peace. Loving is also an art, not just understanding the other person's psychology, but also looking deeply within yourself. You need to recognize the weaknesses, wounds, and biases that have formed between you and your loved one so you can overcome them and rebuild the relationship. When you can lower your ego, let go of control, and truly listen with the heart of a friend, the relationship will grow more authentic and profound. This is the key to fostering a lasting love where both individuals can grow and harmonize together. True love is most evident in difficult moments, when you are willing to listen and stand by your loved one as they endure pain. During such times, your loved one may be carrying deep wounds from failures, harsh challenges, or inner chaos they don't know how to resolve. They may have faced despair, exhaustion, fear of judgment, or a loneliness they cannot put into words. In those moments, genuine love is about being there quietly and protectively without asking for anything in return. What would you do when faced with someone who is suffering, even depressed? If you focus only on your own feelings and pain, you might feel inclined to punish them, react with pride, or grow weary. But looking deeper, you'll see that their wounds and despair are far greater than any discomfort you're experiencing. They don't just need empathy, they need your support to overcome their inner struggles, regain strength, and find peace. This understanding marks a significant shift in love, from focusing solely on oneself to embracing deep empathy. When you realize that your loved one's suffering is also your own, and that their happiness is intertwined with yours, you'll no longer want to hurt them. You'll understand that by causing them pain, you're also hurting yourself. True love is about sharing both joy and sorrow, facing challenges together without expecting anything in return. When your loved one is caught in pain, hurt, or behaving in ways that seem unpleasant to you, don't despair. These moments are only temporary and don't define who they truly are. Selfless, genuine love holds immense power. It can uplift and help them overcome difficulties, restoring peace and wholeness to their soul. Even if they aren't at their best during those times, your love can be the driving force that helps them reconnect with themselves. What's crucial is holding steadfast in your love. With patience, inner stability, and the ability to care for yourself, you can inspire, accompany, and support them through challenges. Remember, when your loved one is unsteady, you are their anchor. If you give up, they may fall. During such times, love doesn't require perfection. It simply needs presence and listening. Right now, it's important not to demand or expect too much from them. They may be like a wounded child, needing special care and a safe space to heal. Your role is to create an environment where they can set aside pressures and focus on nurturing their soul. By truly understanding and being present for them in these moments, your love can guide them back to stability and happiness. Healing isn't just about stopping self-blame or judgment. It's a journey of learning to love and care for the deepest wounds within. With the right care, these wounds can gradually heal, allowing your loved one to the life that is lighthearted, free from the weight of grand expectations or the pressure to be perfect. This is liberation from the chains of expectation, granting them the freedom to simply be themselves. Within each person lies a precious quality, innocence, a kind of spiritual balm that soothes the burdens and anxieties of life. When you can invite that innocence back into yourself and share it with your loved ones, it becomes an invaluable gift. This pure, carefree energy not only relieves their pressures, but also awakens clarity and trust within them, helping them reconnect with their deepest self, a self unbound by suffering or expectations. When your loved one is in a state of weakness, clumsiness, or decline, the most crucial thing is not to despair. Your despair can shake the emotional foundation they rely on, draining their hope to overcome hardships. However, if you can remain steadfast, no matter the situation, You become a living source of inspiration, empowering them with strength and confidence to believe in their own ability to transform and heal. True love also lies in uplifting and supporting your loved one's dreams and aspirations. Never dismiss or obstruct their heartfelt desires, regardless of whether they are strong or vulnerable. During times of crisis, it's often easier to accompany them because you feel stronger and capable of helping. Yet when they regain their strength and independence, your ego might hesitate. You might fear that their success or growth will overshadow you, or that their confidence will create distance between you. Genuine love transcends the limitations of the ego. It is the unwavering support and belief in your loved one, regardless of where they are in life. When you place steadfast trust in them, you not only contribute to their growth, but also foster a relationship built on equality, respect, and meaning. This journey requires courage from both sides, but it creates a profound bond where both can grow together and discover true happiness. In challenging times, when we accompany others through dangerous trials, our own psychology often shifts dramatically. We can quickly move from strength to vulnerability, and these moments of transformation reveal the depth of our connection. When your companion faces danger, your instinct is to focus entirely on helping them, disregarding yourself. You might even act against your own nature, taking extreme measures like hunting for food to keep them alive, all in the hope they can survive the ordeal. In such moments, love becomes an overwhelming force that erases self-interest, channeling everything toward their well-being. But once that person has stabilized, when you realize there's no longer a need to worry, a sense of emptiness or self-pity may arise within you. You might begin to reflect on the sacrifices you've made, the struggles you've endured, and perhaps even feel a tinge of jealousy. Why did I have to suffer so much while they are now thriving and no longer need me? This feeling is a natural reaction, but if left unrecognized and unresolved, it can create cracks in the bond between you. True love isn't just about caring for someone in their moments of weakness. It's also about supporting their growth and even helping them surpass themselves. This requires a high degree of selflessness, not to compare or maintain your own position, but to embrace your loved one's growth as part of a shared joy. When your companion or loved one achieves success or stability, perhaps even surpassing you, welcome it as your own happiness. Doing so not only strengthens the relationship, but also fosters mutual progress. When jealousy or feelings of injustice don't seep into your soul, you'll see their resilience as a testament to the love, sacrifices, and companionship you've offered. Life is a journey, and along the way, everyone has their own dreams and aspirations. Some people have sacrificed greatly to walk alongside you, but that doesn't mean they must forgo all their personal dreams. The greatest love is when you can help your loved ones realize their dreams, even when those dreams reach beyond your grasp. It's a love without constraints, where you create a space of freedom for them to rise, grow, and achieve their desires, not for your benefit, but for the shared growth of both. True love is a journey of growing together. Sometimes, to let your loved one shine, develop their unique values, and pursue their deepest dreams, you need to take a step back. This doesn't mean abandoning yourself, but making a thoughtful sacrifice born from love and a desire for their well-being. When you see the person you love succeed, become stable, and find happiness, feelings of pride and fulfillment will replace any comparisons or jealousy. Because in love, we not only wish for the other's happiness, but also feel that their joy is part of our own. However, true love isn't about blind sacrifice. If you focus entirely on someone else's needs while neglecting your own dreams and values, the love will not be sustainable. Healthy love requires a balance between supporting the other and respecting yourself. You cannot give everything without keeping something for yourself, or else you'll become exhausted, and the relationship will lose its vitality and creativity. Another crucial aspect of love is the ability to let go. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning the relationship. It means releasing the grip on past mistakes, flaws, or shortcomings, and not letting them become barriers to love. When you can let go of blame or calculations, love becomes lighter, purer, and stronger, because you're no longer burdened by the past, but instead open and free. True love isn't just about alleviating pain. It's about offering the strength to heal. It's a selfless love that helps both individuals find true meaning in their relationship. Such love not only nurtures your partner, but also empowers you, filling your life with energy and joy. It heals old wounds while creating space for growth and resilience, enabling both to thrive and face challenges together. The greatest power of true love lies in its ability to create an environment where both individuals grow and find lasting happiness. A relationship isn't just a space to share joy, it's a sanctuary where you and your loved one can overcome difficulties and become the best versions of yourselves. When you love unconditionally, this support leads to a life that is whole and deeply meaningful. With love like this, nothing is impossible. The journey of love is never about stopping, but about continual growth and refinement. A relationship isn't merely the interaction between two people, it's also a shared journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Often, tension, hurt, or exhaustion in a relationship doesn't solely stem from your loved one, but reflects your own inner struggles. When they make mistakes, show weakness, or grapple with emotional wounds, if you lack inner stability, it's easy to be swept into negative emotions. Their hurtful words or actions may feel toxic, leaving you wounded and adding strain to the relationship. A steady heart doesn't mean avoiding pain, but knowing how to heal. This requires you to focus on yourself and cultivate a wellspring of inner peace, rather than depending entirely on the comfort or affection your loved one provides. If you seek solace solely from others, you risk becoming reliant and vulnerable to feelings of emptiness when your expectations aren't met. Building a steady heart is therefore essential, so you can maintain your balance and inner peace even in times of difficulty. Letting go is a crucial aspect of maintaining balance in a relationship. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting the past or ignoring someone's mistakes. It means refusing to let them dominate the present. Releasing unrealistic expectations is another way to avoid becoming trapped in negative emotions or unnecessary thoughts. When you truly let go, you gain the ability to approach every situation with greater compassion, reducing tension and fostering harmony. The story of the husband battling depression is a prime example. His inability to accept his wife's past, even though it occurred before their marriage, highlights that the issue lies not in the past, but in the present. When trust and understanding are lacking in the present, people often dig into the past, searching for reasons to explain their dissatisfaction in the relationship. This demonstrates that to build a healthy relationship, we must focus on the present, foster trust, and let go of what is no longer relevant. A steady heart, one that knows how to love and care for itself, is the foundation for loving and supporting others genuinely and healthily. When you understand yourself, free from the grip of the past or your vulnerabilities, you create a safe space where both partners can grow, learn, and support each other through life's challenges. When you love someone, especially if they have made mistakes before meeting you, what matters isn't judgment, but how you perceive and handle the situation. Your heart determines your response. If your heart isn't steady, even a minor hurt can plunge you into anger and pain. But a strong and compassionate heart allows you to rise above those feelings, even to forgive when mistakes occur in the present. Accepting or rejecting a loved one when they are weak or when they make mistakes is never easy. It reflects the capacity of your heart. A heart as vast as a river can absorb small mistakes, like a handful of salt dissolving in water. But a small heart, like a cup, is quickly overwhelmed by the bitterness of even minor errors. Compassion is what helps expand your heart, allowing it to embrace and transcend difficulties. Choosing compassion doesn't mean you won't feel pain. Compassion requires patience and often involves enduring hurt or feeling at a disadvantage. Yet in those moments, you'll realize that true love isn't just about sweet emotions, but about understanding, acceptance, and generosity. The most crucial aspect of love is nurturing your heart. If you rely solely on kind gestures and perfection from others for happiness, you'll always feel unfulfilled and dependent. A steady heart is one nourished from within, through self-understanding and acceptance, needing no external validation to feel whole. A loving relationship isn't a transaction where wounds are met with anger or resentment. Love is a choice. You can choose to react defensively to protect your ego, or you can choose compassion to protect the relationship. With enough compassion, you provide your loved one the space to correct their mistakes while building a deeper connection founded on trust and understanding. Love inevitably comes with moments of pain, especially when your loved one makes mistakes or loses their way in life. The hurt, like a blade piercing your heart, reflects what you endure when you choose compassion over abandonment. This isn't dependence, it's the desire to hold on to someone, to guide them back to a safer, more righteous path, even if it causes you pain in the process. Forgiveness is a cornerstone of true love. Without it, love becomes confined by resentment and unrealistic expectations. However, it's essential to recognize that the capacity of your heart is limited if you neglect to care for and nurture it. When you expect too much from others, disappointment is inevitable. But when you turn inward, heal yourself, and rely on your inner strength, your heart begins to expand. A vast heart isn't forged through force or endurance, but emerges from a state of inner stability. To achieve this, you must move beyond your wounds, stop demanding and judging, and return to yourself. When you can maintain a steady and peaceful inner state, you'll find the strength to support and accompany your loved ones without being swept up in the pain they may bring. Love isn't merely an emotion. It's a journey that requires continuous learning and practice. Along this journey, there will be moments of triumph, but there will also be times of failure and stumbling. The most important realization is that everyone has the capacity for profound love, for compassion, and for embodying peace. These abilities aren't innate, but can be nurtured and awakened if you invest in their growth and care. To cultivate a deep and lasting love, the focus must be on nurturing yourself. This doesn't mean forcing yourself or enduring unnecessarily, but using practical approaches to expand your heart, minimize negative reactions, and see your loved one for their essence, rather than judging them solely by their mistakes or surface behavior. This process benefits not just you, but also lays a strong foundation for the relationship, ensuring its longevity and depth. When love faces challenges or even teeters on the brink of breaking apart, the best thing you can do is turn inward and care for yourself. Become a person who is steady, peaceful, and full of positive energy. By doing so, you not only inspire, but also help your loved one recognize your value and the importance of the relationship. Even if they choose to leave, you can hold on to the beautiful memories without letting love turn into resentment or disdain. True love is always beautiful, compassionate, and meaningful, regardless of the outcome. Maintaining an open heart and a peaceful soul not only helps you navigate difficulties, but also allows you to honor the profound value of love in this life.